Hi everyone, we're going to evaluate the given integral. So we'll get started. We're going to use this table of trigonometric substitutions, and we're first going to look at this radical of 9 minus x squared. It has this form, this expression does, so we're going to use this substitution. We're going to let x equal 3 sine of theta, because all I'm doing is I'm taking my a and square rooting it. So my a here is 9. And that interval is restricted to negative pi over 2 and pi 2. So that means quadrant 1 and 4. All right, so our dx is going to be 3 cosine of theta d theta. Now, let's just look at the radical. If I substitute in my x, I'm going to get 9 minus 9 sine squared of theta. And if you factor out a 9, you get 1 minus sine squared of theta. We're using this identity, so I can pull out the 3, and 1 minus sine squared of theta is cosine squared of theta. So that's going to be 3 absolute value of cosine of theta. But cosine is positive in these two quadrants, so we can take away the radical sign. So we basically just have this equals 3 cosine of theta. So I'm going to rewrite my integral and substitute. So 9 minus x squared really equals 3 cosine of theta. My x was 3 sine of theta, so I'm going to do that. So that's going to be 9 sine squared of theta. And my dx is times 3 cosine of theta d theta. All right, now that I have that, I can simplify. Basically, this is going the 3's and all this is going to cancel out. 9 divided by 9 is that. So what we have is the integral of cosine squared theta divided by sine squared of theta d theta. All right, which is really cotan squared of theta d theta, which is really, if you use your identities, cosecant squared theta minus 1 d theta. And now we can actually integrate this because we have cosecant squared minus 1. So that's going to end up being negative cotan theta minus theta plus c. Now what I want to do is draw a little triangle here. Now we knew that we let x equal 3 sine, let me move this down. We let x equal 3 sine of theta. So sine of theta equals x divided by 3. So we do your theta here, that means opposite over hypotenuse. And so this adjacent side here is going to be 9 minus x squared. And the reason I'm doing that is because we didn't start with theta. We started with x, so I'm going to have to substitute that in. So to substitute that in, I know that cotan is adjacent over opposite. So this is going to be negative, and cotan of theta is adjacent. So that's going to be square root of 9 minus x squared over opposite, which is x. Then we have our minus theta. So to solve for theta here, all you have to do is do sine inverse or inverse sine of x divided by 3 equals theta. So that's going to end up being minus sine inverse of x divided by 3 plus c. And that will be your final answer. Remember, on indefinite integrals, if you start with x, you need to end with x. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.